For the extra information about the new education system.
program.
But this morning we have a very special interview because we have guests from South America who
Right.
have some very exciting projects for us, for our country, and
Yes,
the
and
upcoming.
They're all from the Ocean Security
Yes.
Initiative, and this is a project that they're holding between a city from Colombia, which is Medellin, and a city here, which is, of course, Makati.
Makati, yes.
So,
So this morning we have Diana Cortes, the advisor for the International Cooperation Division of Metro Medellin, by special appointment of the Mayor Anibal Gaviria.
yeah.
We have Sir John Hussa, co-director of the Ocean Security Initiative, Sir Viktor Sebek, director of the Ocean Security Initiative, and Commissioner Heherson Alvarez, who will be heading the meeting tomorrow.
Plenary conference tomorrow
Apo.
with all the ocean concerned bodies here in the Philippines, plus two gentlemen and one lady
Right.
coming from across the seas.
Yes.
It's so timely because we're having some problem with Tubataha.
Right.
We now have a Chinese fishing boat stuck up in the Tubataha.
Yes.
And
Exactly,
last
sir.
August, we had some problem with an American vessel. So this concern on security of the oceans, Tubataha is so near, is really more relevant because the vast seas, 2/3 of all the oceans of the world, have no governing body. They are beyond the jurisdiction of any government. Many of these oceans are part of the territories of governments, like Tubataha is part of our economic zone. And the vast ocean is so this is what we are going to try to discuss in order to protect the great oceans. These two gentlemen are focused on that. Yeah.
We thought that it would be nowhere better to launch our global initiative, Ocean Security Initiative, than here in the Philippines as an archipelagic country which so much depends on the oceans. Very honored to have Commissioner Alvarez as a member of our advisory board and Mrs. Cecile Guidotte Alvarez as our co-director and senior policy advisor. So we basically wanted to look at protection of oceans as an aspect of security, of economic security such as tourism, so important in the Philippines, food security, fisheries, political security to which Commissioner Alvarez has just alluded, and also very importantly environmental security. If we degrade our oceans, we also degrade the security of the country as a whole. So because you are the only Asian country with Hispanic tradition, we thought it would be wonderful to basically twin one city from Medellin, which is very much from Colombia, Medellin, Makati.
Right,
Yes.
and all of our guests this morning, Carla, are from, as we already said, Ocean Security Initiative. And it's very interesting how they term it security when it's not, all about military security, but it's particularly about protecting our oceans from any threat, right? Why would we call it security and not just,
Climate change. The whole world is threatened with climate change. There is a warming process. We thought that the tipping point would be 2 degrees centigrade, and on that, the oceans will begin to warm up, and ocean life, which is the source of protein of 3 billion of the people of the earth, is being affected. Now, there's a British study which shows that the warming is going to be far more than 2 degrees centigrade 50 years from now, so they say. And the science has already come out, and there's a big debate on how the nations of the world should be able to cope with this warming process. If the temperature rises up, there is what you call the acidification of the ocean. The
Yes.
carbon chemistry of the ocean changes, and ocean life is going to be adversely affected, and naturally it can cause famine in many parts of the world, or protein shortage, and therefore brain damage, because you don't have enough protein, you don't have enough to feed your brain. Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
this really is a major concern, and it is a global initiative.
Yeah, it is a very global initiative. I think right now we're focusing really on Southeast Asia and cooperation with Latin America on this occasion, but it really is a global organization. We have people on our advisory board sitting all over the world on this.
Okay.
So this is basically a cooperation, international cooperation between the South countries or the countries from the third world, which is also a major development because in our oceans or in the seas, mostly are dominated by more developed countries, right? By richer countries. In the the Philippines, just recently we had problems with the Tubataha Reef and with the vessels coming from China and the U.S. Will the Tubataha Reef be part or a major concern of your meeting tomorrow?
Well, I think that we will find out from our Filipino hosts. We are having an interministerial meeting where about 7 governmental departments will present their policies on different aspects of ocean security. But I think it is very important to emphasize that our conference, which starts in Medellin this year and then comes to Makati in December next year, is going to be on concrete projects. I think the world is polluted by conferences where people just talk and nothing happens. What we really want to be seen with the help of the private sector is to make a difference. But I think it's important to know what Medellin has been doing because this city is not very well known, I think, today for its amazing social development over the last 20 years and deserves
Diana.
a huge... Diana will probably tell us how they all are to have only been nominated a month ago as the most innovative city in the world, winning over New York.
Wow.
Diana, can you tell us more about Medellin? Because we will have the cooperation with Makati. What are the similarities, if there are any?
First, thank you very much for the invitation and for the time here. For us, it's a pleasure to be here and to know Filipinas in general, you know. And we are so proud to be the most innovative city. After the long history, critical history, Medellin was known like a violent city of the world, and now it's the most innovative city.
Right.
Now is that because Medellin actually is working stronger people, is imperative for us to do everything well. So we have best practices to share Philippines, and we want to learn about Philippines, but we want to teach something about Medellin and share innovative science, culture, and development urban projects, you know, and we are pleasure to be here for that.
And we are very excited. But what sectors will we be focusing on? Will it be mostly economic, or will you also be going into the arts?
I think that we have different points or topics to work together. I think that we can to work in culture, education, development, economic, urban development, and mobility. You know, I think that the first step is to get a possibility to see what is this topic that Philippines wants to see, and what this topic to Colombia of Medellin wants to see as well, and share and improve our reality, Philippines and Medellin.
You know, Carla, just to give as well a better context of what Medellin is, what it used to be. Medellin, apparently, we were talking to Diana earlier. It has a very amazing story of development coming from
Transformation.
or a transformation rather, coming from a violent environment.
Yeah.
What was the violence in Medellin, or how was it violent then?
Medellin in long time ago was the most violent for the narco traffic, you know, and now that is just in the memory, because now is some people working together for a best future for the community, you know, and I think that is important to have present that Medellin now is another city. It's transformation city. It's the best example now about the transformation. In Colombia, in Latin America, about cooperation, international cooperation, and we are really commitment with the world to get always good points to share, good best practices to share, and we really can to help in this subject.
And if I may just say, Carla mentioned art, and it's very important. When I came to Philippines for the first time 18 years ago, Cecile Guidotte Alvarez convinced me in the importance of art to promote environment. And we in fact have in Medellin and hope to have in Makati a program using art and sport as a tool for fighting juvenile crime.
Yes, and you know what? It is very exciting, and it's an inspirational story as well, because now we can see that no matter what the situation of a place is, that there will always be hope for development as long as there is cooperation within its people.
Right, which is a huge inspiration for many
Yes.
for many countries from the global south. You know, the developing areas.
It's a South-South dialogue. Usually we look up to the developed countries of the North.
Right,
And
exactly.
pick up from their experiences. But we have more to share with the South.
Yes.
And coming across common experiences justifies clearer and perhaps a more down-to-earth solution.
Many success stories from the North are not necessarily translatable to the
Right.
South.
Yes.
But we can replicate a lot of success stories from one corner of the southern world to another, because they have so much in common in terms of their social, cultural, economic, and political development.
And one of the things I think it's important to point out is that the both with Ocean Security Initiative as well as the UNESCO Dream Center here, that the use of art and music as well as education is really one of the tools that we're using to promote the message of ocean security.
All right, thank you so much, and we really hope you the best for you're having your meeting tomorrow. Is
Yeah. With Malacanang.
that at Malacanang?
Yes.
The President.
All right, so
Yes,
we
so
really
good
hope
luck
you the
with
best.
that.
Good luck with the meeting, and we really hope that we'll establish linkages with our South American allies and friends. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
That was Diana Cortes, that was John Hussa, Viktor Sebek, and Mr. Heherson Alvarez. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.